I know better than to be sad or whatever. I know that I've had a stressful few years with a lot of loss as part of my growing, I guess. My sisters died, both of my sisters, and my best friend, and my business was sued, and my son died, all in a really short period of time. And
then you have a lot of reason to look toward non-physical, because they're sure looking toward you.
That's the part that is confusing, and that kind of distills right down to my question, is that...
Yeah, because if you're not letting it in, then you don't know they're there.
I know, I want to let it in.
When you're missing them, you can't let it in.
I know.
But...
So this is my question, basically. I would like for the light and the love of this group and of me and Abraham to just shine light on the part that I keep hiding from myself.
Well, you know what it is. You're not hiding. You're not doing anything deliberately. And you're not doing anything that is not absolutely natural to the conditions that you've been living. Anyone who's lived anything close to that sure does get it. So first thing, let yourself off the hook a little bit. What you're looking for, this is what you're wanting. You don't need any light shine. There couldn't be any brighter light shine toward you. But when you've got your shades pulled, doesn't matter how bright the light is shining toward you. And your shades aren't always pulled either. You know that. Sometimes you have moments of greater upliftment and enlightenment even about this than other times. Understanding is all that you're looking for. Understanding. That's where we come in. We are a bridge to help those of you who are in your physical form understand those of us who are in non-physical form. And until you get the relationship, then of course you're going to react to the condition. All day yesterday, mostly what we were talking about is how humans, naturally from your human perspective, unnaturally from your broader knowing, but humans commonly observe what's going on. And if someone or a lot of someones who you love are now missing from places that they used to be, how in the world could anyone ask you not to notice that? Of course you're going to notice that. And of course you're going to feel sad when something that you used to do you're not doing. Of course. Nothing else really makes sense. But when you, through that experience, through the power of desire that is born out of that, when you then seek and find some understanding of the true relationship between the physical and the non-physical, then this experience of death, which is a fiction, really, now that sounds silly, wasn't a fiction. I saw it happen. It's not a fiction, it's real. But your perspective that they are lost or that they are gone is not valid. It's just that your beliefs, since you are so see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it oriented, won't let you know them as they now are. And the whole time that we've been visiting with our non-physical friends, our emphasis in order to free you from the bondage of your misunderstanding is to help you to understand that you are vibrational and that all that seeing and hearing and smelling and tasting and touching is vibrational interpretation. But you're so good at it and you didn't do it on purpose. You didn't go to seeing school. Your mother didn't say, well, now you can see, tomorrow I'll take you to hearing school. You didn't have to consciously adjust and learn those things. And so you're just so good at translating through your physical senses that you just accept it as reality, and anything beyond those physical senses seems like fiction to you, or it feels like hallucination, or it feels like fantasy. So we introduce you to your emotional sense, because your emotional sense is what helps you to understand your relationship with non-physical. It doesn't help you see non-physical necessarily, but it helps you feel. And as you feel your way more and more by understanding what your emotions are telling you, to more consistent, therefore allowing more momentum, connection to non-physical, then you start settling into the wholeness of who you are. And then you begin blurring the lines between the physical and the non-physical. Esther loves it when a light in her house blinks and she assigns it to Jerry giving her a message. And if the light blinks, oh, is she happy? Hey, Jerry, being physical again with me. How cool is that? Knock the book over. Come on, knock the book over. Come on, be physical. Be physical in some way. But the more Esther tries to make him physical, the less she accepts the non-physicality of that which he is. And Esther, who has been receiving Abraham through all these years, by getting into a neutral place where her beliefs are not hindering our knowing. Isn't that an interesting thing? If Esther's beliefs were vibrationally opposed to what we know, she could not translate for us what we know, even if she wants to. She says every time, I want to speak clearly your words. But if her vessel isn't clear, if her valve isn't wide open, if she's not in this place of allowing that which we are to flow, then you're not going to hear what we know through her. And she's not going to hear what we know to her either. So Esther's been having this experience of translating accurately for Abraham for all of these years. And now she can hear Jerry when she lets herself. She can hear him. She can hear what he has to say. And the first thing that he said to her about this subject when she was having the kind of discomfort and pain, true agony and depression, grief is really a hard emotion. Once she sort of relaxed out of that for a minute, he said, when you stop looking for me where I'm not and start looking for me where I am, we can play. You got to look where I am. You can't keep looking where I'm not. So she'd walk through the house, and he wasn't over there, and he wasn't over there. He used to be over there, but he's not over there. He used to sit right there, and he used to do that stuff, but he's not doing that. And then there she'd be again. There she'd be, tuning herself to what was not, and now incapable of hearing where he now is. And he's just chatting up a storm. Hey, over here. Hey. You might want to go over there. Hey, get in the left lane. Hey, take this exit. Hey. There's something you want in that furniture store over there. Go get it, and I'll show you right where it is. We're not kidding. Anything that matters to her, broader viewpoint from someone who knows what she wants and knows where she is in relationship to what she wants. Talk about guidance. Talk about a concierge in the sky. Talk about someone who knows what you know and is capable of guiding you to it. And we have to tell you, once Esther caught on to the fact that he is always there, and when she will relax, they can have more meaningful conversations. They used to sit in the house working on the weekly tape program at the time. Now it's twice monthly. Jerry wants you to know that. It's twice monthly, and it's really good. And they would say, in fact, he says to Esther all the time after she makes her very brief announcement, because Esther doesn't want to sell you anything. She just wants you to know it's there. And Jerry will say, that's it? That's it? That's what my part of this program has been relegated to? You might like this. The other day, Esther held up a flyer. It's not here today. And she said, having a cruise, you might want to go. And Jerry says, that's it? That's it? Your sisters and your friend, your children, anyone who you have known in physical, who has made their reemergence into non-physical, is more active and alive than you have ever known them to be. But what trips you up is they are different than you knew them because they're never worried about anything, and they're never negative, and they will not sympathize or empathize with your discomfort. So if you are having a pity party, and we don't blame you for having one, we're not making fun of you in any way. You are in a vibrational frequency where you can't hear them. And so as much as they are wanting to cheer you up, you are uncheerable-upable.
I understand that.
Because you're in a different vibrational frequency. And so the only thing that is going to help anyone who's suffering from something that you can't control, that is the most wonderful thing of someone you love cutting out on you before you're ready for them to leave. Finally, you're in a situation where you can't adjust the condition in order to make yourself feel better, because they are not going to show up and have breakfast with you tomorrow. So it causes an adjustment. If you care about feeling good, it causes an adjustment in you that will not only soothe you relative to that subject, but enliven you relative to all others. It gives you access to this non-physical entourage or cadre of non-physical knowers and lovers, powerful understanders who are flowing to you all day, every day about the things in your life, not just what you want to call significant world-changing things, but anything that matters to you right here and now. Now, it might not seem to you that this is so, and yet you've had many, many experiences where you've looked up from where you were driving to see the billboard that you just needed to see. You know that. Or you've been looking for something, and then your eyes take you right to it. Needle in the haystacks kind of thing. The other day, a woman came to one of our gatherings, and she was talking about wanting to come to this seminar. It was happening in another city. She didn't have the money to do it. She really wanted to go. She didn't allow herself to get negative about it. She just kept wanting to go, thinking about how much she would like to go. And she's walking with a friend. They're on a trail with fallen leaves around, and they're talking about law of attraction, and they're talking about this seminar, and she's expressing how she does want to go, and she doesn't know how it's going to come about, but she's still thinking about coming to the seminar. And she looks down and she sees something in the leaves, sort of odd, little shiny. She picked it up. It was a great big looking diamond earring. And her friend said, not likely that's real. But it was. $9,000. Talk about a needle in the haystack. So her inner being knows where that is, knows that it's the path of least resistance to what she wants. So the path that they choose is chosen by that. In other words, she's all high and happy going off to frolic with her friend. Receptive mode, receptive mode, receptive mode. Come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. But most of all, look over there. Look over there. Where? Over there. Look over there. Look over there. Under that. Under that. Look under that. Look under that. Needle in the haystack. Your inner being knows where every treasure you're looking for is and is guiding you to them. Guiding you to conversations, pieces of information, questions that bring answers, that bring more questions, that bring more answers, that bring more questions, that bring more answers. This never-ending unfolding path